So I guess with that, Sean, why don't you tell us about Media Cloud?
More than happy to. So thanks again for having us here. So I think before we start talking about VPU at the edge and why VPU at the edge is important, I think it's important to spend a little time of why is Akamai talking about transcoding in the first place, and what brought us here. And so one of the things that we've been working on for the last few years at Akamai, or when we announced our kind of stepping away from CDN and into the cloud computing space, one of the big questions that we get is kind of who are we going to be and what is our identity? And we've been very forthcoming that Akamai's goal in entering the cloud computing space is to be the cloud for media. And if you think about our history and you think about our heritage, that makes a lot of sense. Starting back with delivery, you can imagine stepping into the media space and really kind of delivering against that promise of becoming the media cloud really starts with the heritage that Akamai has had in delivery. Kind of reminiscing at being here at NAB, I think it was in 2012 or 2014, we came to this event and we told the industry that we were going to help make online streaming as real, as high quality, and as performant as broadcast. And at the time, that was a huge challenge. And kind of if you think about the evolution, I think it was in 2015, we hit a big milestone where we did an event, a live sporting event with Hotstar in India, where we were doing live streaming of the Indian Cricket World Cup. And we hit a whole 15 million simultaneous users. So when you think about today, and you think about kind of where streaming has come over the course of the last decade, I think we as an industry have done huge leaps and bounds in terms of making streaming broadcast reality, to the point where today a modern streaming event can hit 100 million people, and most people watch it as if it's television. And so I think we've hit that promise and we've delivered that promise, and any cloud that's going to orient itself for media is going to need that global scale, that global distribution to be able to handle those types of events. But probably about 4 or 5 years ago, what we started hearing from our customers is that offering delivery wasn't enough. That they were starting to look at more complex use cases, things like more complicated live transcoding workflows, things like dynamic personalization, whether that's in ad tech or just recommendation engines, ultra-low latency streaming, that these companies were trying to get up and running on the hyperscalers, but the centralized approach to cloud computing really wasn't working and wasn't really designed for the media use case. So that really spurred our acquisition of Linode. We took this concept of saying we are going to take raw, cost-effective compute primitives like VMs and object storage, put them on the same network that is powering our CDN, and really start offering a new type of cloud to media customers that is cost-effective, gives them the global distribution and reach they're looking for, and all by being kind of open and neutral. And so that was kind of the first part of our journey. And I think that led us to the next part of our journey of saying, well, how does the Akamai cloud for media differ from anything else that you're seeing in the market and some of the others' approaches?